Yeah, I go by the name the Blackman. I make art. I make paintings and recordings. Which camera should I look at? All of them?
You should look at this one. Oh, you should look at that one.
Yeah, you don't have to edit that out, man.
Okay, yeah, it's real. It's real. I'm
Yeah.
just making sure I got two of both.
Yeah, but I make art, and that's what I do. Nothing more, nothing less.
We had a deal. You bring one act, I bring one act. He brought Yo-Yo.
Yep.
I brought Kid Rock.
Really?
That was my opener.
Kid Rock used to sell tapes out of his car, right?
Yeah, I mean, I produced some songs on his first album. Like, we were both on Jive.
It's like 92 or something?
This was 91, 92. Yeah, 91.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So would he do all right?
Yeah, how did he do?
He was doing good. He had a hype man. His hype man was called the Blackman, and they jump around, do some stuff. And he had the Moose high top fade.
Did he have that little guy with him?
The little guy wasn't around yet.
Yeah, man. If you're Kid Rock, if you're a white dude opening for Too Short and Ice Cube, you have to have a black hype man. Just
you gotta have something.
Yeah, literally
Name
don't show up.
the Black Man.
Yeah, the black. You don't even need to further.
Yeah, he can't.
He's the black man, and he says
You're doing the black guy.
If you have problems, speak to the
Talk
black
to
man.
the black man.
Because I'm a black guy,
If
right?
you would like to approach the stage.
I started DJing as a young kid, about 14 years old, back in 1979. Yeah, that's when I started playing records, and I was getting paid to play records as a kid every weekend.
Okay.
And tear the city up in the basement, roll up on a guy with a couple of records, ask him, can I get on? And from then on, he didn't want to touch them turntables after I got off. Well, back in '79, it was strictly house parties, and occasionally cabarets and motorcycle clubs. I played motorcycle clubs from when I was 14 to 16 years old, after hours.
Okay.
In Detroit, and that's probably unheard of. 14-year-old, 16-year-old kid, 2 years hanging out with grown men in a motorcycle club playing disco records. That's what I did.
What were some of these motorcycle clubs, and were they the black clubs throughout the city?
Yeah, Detroit Gentlemen, Hellraisers, those clubs back in the early 80s. I had older people in my life that was affiliated with those clubs, and they knew I was a hot-ass young DJ. Okay. So they used to just tell me, come down and play records. 1920, I was touring, as a hip hop DJ. So I went on tour like '84 with a whole bunch of artists from New York that only had like singles out. Like LL Cool J had his first single out. I Think I Need a Beat. MC Shannon, we had a single out. Him and Marley Marl. I toured with UTFO, the Roxannes, and Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde, Rockmaster Scott, Dynamic 3. I don't know, everybody in New York hip hop except for Houdini, Run, and the Fat Boys in the 90s. In the late 80s when hip hop first started, I toured with all of them. Everybody except for Run DMC, Fat Boys, and Houdini. I can't name all those people, man.
All right. All right, let's talk a little bit about you and Kid Rock, because every time I think about the start of Kid Rock, I definitely think about Blackman. And everybody that was with tours with Kid Rock says you too. So what was it like when he was getting started as a hip hop artist? What were people's reactions? Like, how were people responding to it?
Well, initially, people wasn't buying Kid Rock. They just thought he was a knockoff of Vanilla Ice. Me and Kid Rock opened up the Too Short Ice Cube tour after Ice Cube left NWA, so Cube out promoting the American Most Wanted, his first LP, and me and Kid Rock made a record called Grit Sandwiches for Breakfast, which was on Jive RCA. So we went around the country and opened up for guys like the Ghetto Boys, D-Nice, Yo-Yo, of course Short and Cube. Poor Righteous Teachers was on that tour. it's all meshing together now.
Okay. Now, as you talk about it meshing together, you also got a deep history with reggae throughout the city of Detroit. What's your roots to that?
Well, the reggae came from just being connected with the elders in the community. You know, guys like Ras Kente, you know, Jallo, Baba Malik, of course, and my main man, whose band I was in. You know, the guy was phenomenal. The reggae singing artist, you know, from Detroit.
What was it like working with George for the first time?
Well, the first time we was in the Bass Brothers studio, but Eminem first started recording before he got the big deal. He was working in Oak Park with the Bass Brothers. Well, anyway, we down there, me and Gabe, cutting some Enemy Squad music, and we was doing this song called "The World Is on Drugs." And Gabe had got George to get on it. And that's a rare song, you can find it. It was released on the Tough City label. Maybe you could Google it and YouTube it. But anyway, I recorded that song, me and George on the lead vocals. The World Is on Drugs. And then after that, dealing with George, I would go in studio sessions, you know, while he was working on music, and sit by the board with him and throw my 2 cents at him, you know. But yeah, you know, that guy was more than welcome, opened me with welcome arms into his circle.
All right, now you talk about those circles, and then you also got ties, as you said, you were at the Country Music Awards. What happened as you were leaving hip-hop more so, keeping back in funk? What were you doing after that point? What was the focus in music?
Oh, I was also in a rock band, Detroit City Council, you know, and that was made of guys that was like garage rock artists, you know. They would come from the punk rock scene. It was like the people like Jack White, you know, a group called Bow, you know, all the Co-Ed the Knockouts. All these people was Bantam Rooster. All these people was garage rock artists, you know what I mean? So like around the time before the White Stripes blew and all that stuff, yeah, we was all hanging. That kind of connection, like a great rock and roll producer, Jim Diamond, you know what I mean? I recorded with him, and he's legendary all over the world for recording garage rock.
Okay. How do you stay about making sure that you get your paper straight, especially nowadays in this whole internet downloadable world?
That's a real trippy thing, because to be honest about it, the money is escaping me. I need my check. But it's an upside to that, man. You know, I've been doing it for 30 years. I'm not signed to no label. As you lead me to believe, I got legendary status. So I got to work my angles and get my money, you know. I'm available for booking.
Okay. All right. Now, as you talk about available for booking, you're about to go overseas now, work on some things there.
Correct.
What are you excited about, and what new music can we expect from Blackman to come?
Well, just last week, I got a new video out, a song called Something Ain't Right, featuring Shirley Hayden from Funkadelic, Parlette, Brides of Funkenstein. And she's been my recording partner for the past 3 years. We just been stacking tracks. And yeah, I got plenty of music for me and Shirley coming out soon.
Okay. If you had to rename Woodward after one person, who would it be and why?
Woodward would be named Coleman Young Boulevard, period. Because he's the best mayor ever. Yeah, y'all support the Blackman Review, like the page on Facebook. And you know, I do it for the people, and you get behind a real artist, and I give something back to the kids. But y'all got to get behind me so I can get the money right, because they trying to hide it from me. You know what I mean? They Bernie bashing me. The whole world is like a whole bunch of Trumps in it.
Respect.
I quit.